The most prominent problem I see that stops people growing is thinking small and micromanaging. The companies we work with that have grown a lot, they just think big.
Lauren, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to talk about your business, The Food Connection. And I want to know, how does someone go from acting into starting their own company?
Well, I'd always been really entrepreneurial and been really into food, and I'd had a little business touring around old people's homes before, and I was also selling granola in Hampstead. So I was looking, to make a change into the food world.
Was that selling granola in stalls or?
No, it was actually delivering to people's houses. So we did a market stall in Hampstead, and then I used to live right by the Heath, so we had a lot of gluten-free organic customers.
Nice.
So we used to deliver to them. But sort of realised if I want to have a business like that, I have to raise a lot of money.
Okay.
And I think after being in acting, I wanted to be in something maybe slightly more stable, which the business world is more stable than acting, I would say. So yeah, I started working with brands, doing event work, using all my acting skills, and eventually just built up a really good client base and started to get my actors on board that I'd worked with and trained with. And yeah, we built the Food Connection, basically.
What kind of acting skills were you able to bring into business?
I think the main thing is engagement and being
Okay.
really confident talking with people, being able to learn information at the drop of a hat,
Yeah.
and being able
Learning
to
your lines?
learning your lines,
Yeah.
exactly, learning the script, and just being able to convey that really confidently. And also what's really important, I think, is actors are from the gig economy, and that suits our world really well because we're not working 5 days a week.
Okay.
So we have a bit more of a flexible schedule, which is actually really hard to find.
Yeah, of course. So how did you put the business together? Did you have to raise money? Did you just go out and just start with one customer at a time? What happened?
Yeah, I was quite lucky in that, I don't know if anyone's ever told you this, but the food and drink world is very close-knit.
Right.
Everybody talks to each other. It's probably the friendliest.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Really good.
Okay.
Really good for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very friendly, and clients all recommend us to each other.
Yeah.
So I started with one client, built it up to 2 to 3, and everything just spread through word of mouth. So we didn't raise any investment. It's always been self-funded.
So you're a PR and marketing company. So what did these brands or these other restaurants not need? What were they lacking?
So they wanted some young people to help them promote their products.
Okay.
And they firstly didn't have the time or resources to recruit them.
Okay.
Then they weren't able to manage them, and they
Right.
didn't know where to find these kind of people. So that's where we came in, basically. We just had access to a pool of actors who would be really good at promoting the products
Right.
at events, in store, tastings, things like that.
So when you say you put them all together, so you'd reach out to your network of actors that you had, and you go,
Yeah.
right, I'm putting a promotional video together for a particular company or whatever it might be.
Or say you go into any of the department stores and there's someone saying, hello, would you like to come and try this chocolate? It's from Ecuador, it's 70%, it tastes delicious, it's extremely smooth. They're often our people. So, and events like Taste of London, lots of festivals, London Coffee Festival.
Yeah.
We do guerrilla marketing, so if you spot people outside stations or stores giving things out, thousands of packets of something, we do that too.
So where has the company grown to now? Like, because obviously that was when you were starting off. It was a little bit of word of mouth. I take it you were on your own. You pulled in a couple of actor friends when you needed them for different events. Where are you now? How has it grown?
So now we've worked with over 60 SMEs in the last 2 years as
Okay.
the business. We've got about 50 to 60 actors working anything between 1 to 5 days a week.
Okay.
And we do nationwide.
So it's still heavily actor focused as well?
Yeah,
isn't it? Okay.
yeah, very, very much so. Yeah, it's all about them really. I'm very lucky. I have a good team, and they're very charismatic. So
And where are you based? Where's the office now?
in North London,
In North
Angel.
London. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's next? Where do you see the growth for you?
So we would love to do very theatrical experiences for brands. Lots of the brands we started with started really small, and they've grown a lot. So I think it would be great to do some more ambitious marketing.
Yeah.
Sort of theatrical, experiential, immersive theatre type marketing.
Where do you think that some of these companies fall down? Because they do need PR and marketing, right? Because number one, sometimes they don't understand it. And it's the same with, you always find that with most entrepreneurs, they might be very good at one thing, and a lot of them mightn't have a business head on their shoulders. They're like, they know how to say, make beautiful food, right? But when it comes to other things, they mightn't have a clue about like cash flow, and you know,
Yeah.
some of them are, I don't want to know about it, and I get someone else in
Yeah.
to hopefully help out. Where do you find that most of the companies that you work with lack on marketing? Because like, marketing can be extremely difficult, or it can be extremely easy, depending on where your audience are.
I think the most prominent problem I see that stops people growing is thinking small and micromanaging. The companies we work with that have grown a lot, they just think big. And that doesn't necessarily need to be with money, although it helps. It's more with the mindset. And if you're worrying about the small things, they're the only things you're ever going to be able to think about, I think. Whereas if you let some of the little things slide and think about the bigger picture. So I would say micromanagement is probably, and lack of funding. I mean, you do need serious amounts of money if you want to launch a brand.
You were saying that they think big. Well, give me an example of what you mean by thinking big.
Lots of ambition.
Yeah.
Not worrying if little things go wrong. Seeing themselves not just in small stores, but in America or Asia, you know, really, even if they're over ambitious, I think that's good. I think it's good to look wide.
Do you have any good PR tips for our audience now, other than giving you guys a call, right? Do you have any like good PR tips that you'd normally pass on to people?
I would think about really thinking about your customers as being your team.
Yeah.
And people that you're getting on board all the time, rather than people you're selling to. I think making them as part of your company, so that they feel identity with your brand is really important.
Are you very hands-on with your company? You're obviously leading the team, so I can't help but notice that you're pregnant.
Yeah.
You were also telling us that you're going to be taking a step back, obviously, from maternity leave.
Yeah.
How's that going to affect you now, handing over your other baby, your business baby, to look after
exactly,
your
the first baby I ever
Mm.
had. It's hard to know. I think it's very hard to know what's going to happen. I think I'll still want to be involved, but I think just making sure systems are in place, everybody knows their responsibilities, that's really, really important. I think people work best when they're autonomous over their work, and that's something I believe in the office and all of the events we do. I think everyone has their own style. So we'll see. But I'll never be able to completely step away, I don't think.
But it's a good thing. Like I actually interviewed someone not so long ago who was in the same position as you are, where they were quite open, going, look, I'm a control freak. Right? And it was only that when they got pregnant that they were forced to take a step back. And she said it was a game changer for her. Like she just was able to open her eyes. Oh my God, like I don't have to micromanage all these things.
Exactly.
Are you hoping for the same?
Yeah, I mean, I think as an entrepreneur, you can be quite egotistical, and you can think that if you step away, things are going to fall apart. I need to be there to make sure everything's working properly. And I think it's really good for your ego to step away and see that this machine needs to run without me. And if it doesn't, it's not really a machine that works.
Yeah, of course.
If it relies on one person. So, but I have a really good team. I trust them.
So what's next for you guys? What's happening?
We've got loads of things on this summer. We are starting with new, really exciting brands all the time, and we're getting some great insights into how things are going to look in the future of food. So we want to keep working with all the brands we're working with and growing.
Yeah.
Start to work with some bigger companies and do some bigger things.
Brilliant.
And we're starting to make some videos as well. So
videos, it's all about the video content.
Yes, it is.
And the actors.
And
good actors and good
Yes.
video content. Lauren, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.